What if you could keep thousands more dollars every year simply by living in a different state? For many Americans, taxes are one of the biggest expenses they face. State income taxes, property taxes, sales taxes, and retirement taxes can significantly reduce your purchasing power and impact your long-term financial security. The good news is that some states make it much easier to keep more of your hard-earned money. Whether you're a retiree, remote worker, business owner, or simply looking to maximize your income, choosing the right state can make a huge difference. In this video, we're counting down the 10 most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Our rankings consider income taxes, property taxes, sales taxes, retirement tax policies, and overall tax burden. Some of these states are well known for having no income tax. Others may surprise you with just how favorable their overall tax systems are. And be sure to stay until the end because our number one state offers one of the most attractive tax environments anywhere in America. Let's get started. Number 10, Wyoming. Kicking off our countdown is a state that has long been recognized as one of the most tax-friendly places in America. With no state income tax, low overall tax burdens, and a business-friendly environment, Wyoming allows residents to keep more of what they earn than almost anywhere else in the country. The biggest advantage is simple. Wyoming does not impose a state income tax. Whether you're a working professional, business owner, investor, or retiree, your wages, retirement income, and investment earnings are not subject to state income taxes. This can result in significant annual savings compared to many higher tax states. Property taxes are another major benefit. Wyoming consistently ranks among the states with relatively low property tax burdens, helping homeowners reduce one of the largest ongoing expenses they face. Combined with the absence of state income tax, this creates a very attractive financial environment for both families and retirees. The state also maintains a strong reputation for fiscal responsibility and business friendliness. Supported by energy production, tourism, agriculture, and natural resources, Wyoming has been able to maintain low taxes while providing essential public services. This stability appeals to residents looking for long-term financial advantages. Harsh winters and a relatively small population may not appeal to everyone, but for those focused on minimizing their tax burden, Wyoming remains one of the best options in America. That's why Wyoming earns the number 10 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 9, Tennessee. Few states have become more attractive to people looking to reduce their tax burden than Tennessee. With no state income tax, a relatively low overall tax load, and a growing economy, the volunteer state continues to attract retirees, remote workers, and families seeking greater financial freedom. The state's biggest advantage is its lack of a state income tax. Residents do not pay state taxes on wages, salaries, retirement income, or investment earnings, allowing them to keep more of their money each year. This benefit is especially appealing to retirees and high-income earners relocating from higher tax states. Tennessee also offers a generally affordable cost of living. Housing costs remain competitive in many areas, and while property taxes vary by location, they are typically lower than those found in many states across the Northeast and West Coast. These savings help residents stretch their income even further. The state's rapidly growing economy is another major strength. Industries such as healthcare, logistics, manufacturing, technology, and entertainment continue to create jobs and attract new businesses. Cities like Nashville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga have experienced significant growth while maintaining Tennessee's reputation as a tax-friendly destination. Sales taxes can be higher than average in some areas, which helps offset the absence of a state income tax. However, for most residents, the overall tax advantages remain substantial. That's why Tennessee earns the number 9 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 8, South Dakota. When it comes to keeping more of your hard-earned money, few states perform as well as South Dakota. With no state income tax, low overall tax burdens, and a reputation for fiscal responsibility, this Great Plains state has quietly become one of the most tax-friendly places in America. The biggest advantage is the absence of a state income tax. Residents pay no state taxes on wages, salaries, retirement income, pensions, or investment earnings. For retirees, business owners, and high-income professionals, this can translate into substantial long-term savings compared to living in higher tax states. South Dakota also maintains relatively low property taxes and a business-friendly environment. The state has consistently earned recognition for its strong financial management and pro-growth policies, helping attract both residents and businesses looking for a lower tax alternative. Another benefit is affordability. Housing costs remain reasonable throughout much of the state, and the overall cost of living is generally below the national average. Combined with low taxes, this allows residents to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle while maximizing their purchasing power. The state's rural character and cold winters may not appeal to everyone, but for those focused on financial efficiency and long-term savings, South Dakota offers one of the most attractive tax environments in the nation. That's why South Dakota earns the number 8 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 7. Alaska. At first glance, Alaska may seem like an unlikely choice for a list of America's most tax-friendly states. But once you look at the numbers, it's easy to understand why it consistently ranks among the best places in the country for minimizing your tax burden. The state's biggest advantage is its lack of a state income tax. Residents pay no state taxes on wages, salaries, pensions, retirement income, or investment earnings. This allows workers, retirees, and business owners to keep significantly more of their money compared to residents of many high-tax states. Alaska also stands out because it has no statewide sales tax. While some local communities impose their own sales taxes, the overall sales tax burden remains among the lowest in the nation. This provides additional savings on everyday purchases and helps reduce the overall cost of taxation for residents. Another unique benefit is the Alaska Permanent Fund dividend. Eligible residents receive annual payments funded by the state's oil revenues, providing a financial perk that residents in most other states simply don't receive. While the amount varies from year to year, it remains a valuable bonus for many households. The state's remote location, harsh winters, and higher living costs can offset some of these tax advantages. However, from a purely tax perspective, few states offer a better combination of no income tax, minimal sales taxes, and additional resident benefits. That's why Alaska earns the number 7 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 6. Nevada. For decades, Nevada has been one of the most attractive destinations for Americans looking to reduce their tax burden. With no state income tax, a business-friendly environment, and relatively low overall taxes, the Silver State continues to draw retirees, entrepreneurs, and professionals from across the country. The biggest financial advantage is the absence of a state income tax. Residents pay no state taxes on wages, salaries, pensions, retirement income, or investment earnings. This allows individuals and families to keep more of their money each year, making Nevada especially appealing to retirees and higher-income households. Nevada also benefits from a tax structure that generally remains favorable to businesses and investors. The state's pro-growth policies have helped attract companies from around the country, contributing to strong economic development and job creation, particularly in areas such as Las Vegas, Reno, and Henderson. Another advantage is that property taxes remain relatively modest compared to many high-tax states. While housing costs have increased in some parts of Nevada due to rapid growth, homeowners often still benefit from lower property tax burdens than they would face in many other regions of the country. The state's heavy reliance on tourism can make parts of the economy more sensitive to economic downturns, and summer temperatures can be extremely hot in southern Nevada. However, when it comes to minimizing taxes and maximizing take-home income, Nevada remains one of the strongest options in America. That's why Nevada earns the number 6 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 5. Florida. Few states have built a stronger reputation for tax-friendliness than Florida. For decades, retirees, business owners, remote workers, and families have flocked to the Sunshine State in search of lower taxes and greater financial freedom. Even today, it remains one of the most attractive tax destinations in America. The state's biggest advantage is its lack of a state income tax. Residents pay no state taxes on wages, salaries, pensions, Social Security benefits, retirement account withdrawals, or investment income. This allows Floridians to keep more of their earnings and retirement income than residents of many higher tax states. Florida also offers significant benefits for retirees. Because retirement income is not subject to state income taxes, many retirees find their savings stretch much further after relocating. Combined with the state's warm climate and large retiree population, this has helped make Florida one of the most popular retirement destinations in the nation. Another advantage is the state's strong economy and business-friendly environment. Industries such as tourism, healthcare, aerospace, finance, logistics, and technology continue to drive growth while attracting both employers and workers. This economic strength helps support public services without relying on a state income tax. Property insurance costs and housing prices have increased in some parts of the state, particularly in coastal regions. However, Florida's combination of no state income tax, retiree-friendly policies, and overall tax advantages remains extremely appealing. That's why Florida earns the number 5 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 4, New Hampshire. When people think of tax-friendly states, New Hampshire is often overlooked. But this New England state offers one of the most attractive tax environments in the country, allowing residents to keep more of their income while enjoying a high quality of life. One of the state's biggest advantages is the absence of a broad-based state income tax. Residents generally do not pay state taxes on earned income, making New Hampshire especially attractive to professionals, retirees, and remote workers seeking to maximize their take-home pay. This policy has long been one of the state's greatest financial benefits. Another major advantage is the lack of a statewide sales tax. Residents can make everyday purchases without paying the additional taxes commonly found in most other states. Over time, these savings can add up significantly, particularly for households making larger purchases or living on fixed incomes. The state also benefits from a strong economy, excellent public services, and high quality of life rankings. Residents enjoy access to beautiful natural scenery, outdoor recreation, low crime rates, and strong healthcare systems. These advantages make New Hampshire appealing not only from a tax perspective, but also as a place to build a long-term future. Property taxes can be higher than average in some communities, which partially offsets the state's tax advantages. However, the combination of no general income tax, no statewide sales tax, and a strong overall quality of life remains difficult to beat. That's why New Hampshire earns the number 4 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 3, Washington. It has become one of the most attractive states for people looking to reduce their tax burden while still enjoying a strong economy and high quality of life. With no state income tax and a thriving business environment, it continues to attract professionals, entrepreneurs, retirees, and remote workers from across the country. The state's biggest advantage is its lack of a state income tax. Residents pay no state taxes on wages, salaries, pensions, retirement income, or most investment earnings. This allows households to keep more of their income each year and can result in substantial savings compared to living in many higher tax states. Washington also benefits from a powerful and diverse economy. Industries such as technology, aerospace, healthcare, international trade, and manufacturing provide strong employment opportunities and support long-term economic growth. The state's business-friendly environment has helped attract major employers while maintaining its favorable tax structure. Another advantage is the state's exceptional quality of life. Residents enjoy access to mountains, forests, lakes, coastlines, and some of the most beautiful natural scenery in America. Combined with strong healthcare systems and high average incomes, Washington offers financial advantages that go beyond taxes alone. Housing costs can be expensive in some areas, particularly around Seattle, and sales taxes are higher than in certain competing states. However, the absence of a state income tax continues to provide significant financial benefits for many residents. That's why Washington earns the number 3 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 2, Texas. Everything may be bigger in Texas, and that certainly includes its tax advantages. With no state income tax, a business-friendly environment, and a growing economy, Texas has become one of the most popular destinations in America for people looking to keep more of their hard-earned money. The state's biggest financial benefit is its lack of a state income tax. Residents pay no state taxes on wages, salaries, pensions, retirement income, or most investment earnings. For working professionals, retirees, and business owners, this can result in thousands of dollars in annual savings compared to living in many high-tax states. Texas also offers one of the strongest economies in the nation. Industries such as energy, technology, healthcare, manufacturing, aerospace, finance, and logistics continue to create jobs and attract investment from around the world. This economic strength allows the state to maintain its favorable tax environment while supporting continued growth. Another major advantage is the state's business-friendly reputation. Companies continue relocating to Texas because of its pro-growth policies and lower tax burdens, creating additional employment opportunities and helping fuel population growth. Cities like Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and San Antonio have become major economic engines while benefiting from the state's tax structure. Property taxes can be relatively high compared to some other states, which partially offsets the savings from having no income tax. However, for many residents, the overall financial benefits still outweigh the drawbacks. Combining no state income tax, a powerful economy, and abundant opportunities, Texas remains one of the most tax-friendly states in America. That's why Texas earns the number 2 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Number 1, Delaware. Taking the number 1 spot on our list is a small state that delivers some of the biggest tax advantages in America. While it doesn't always receive the same attention as states like Florida or Texas, Delaware has quietly built one of the most favorable tax environments in the nation, making it especially attractive for retirees, professionals, and anyone looking to keep more of their income. One of Delaware's biggest advantages is its lack of a statewide sales tax. Residents can make everyday purchases without paying additional state sales taxes, a benefit that can add up significantly over time. Whether buying household items, vehicles, or major purchases, Delaware residents enjoy savings that people in most other states simply don't receive. The state also offers attractive tax treatment for many retirees. Various retirement income exclusions help reduce tax burdens for older residents, while property taxes remain relatively low compared to many neighboring states. This combination makes Delaware particularly appealing to retirees seeking both affordability and tax efficiency. Another major strength is its location and overall quality of life. Residents enjoy easy access to major East Coast cities, Atlantic beaches, quality healthcare systems, and charming small-town communities. Delaware provides many of the advantages of the Northeast without some of the extremely high tax burdens found elsewhere in the region. No state is completely tax-free, and Delaware does impose a state income tax. However, when its lack of sales tax, relatively low property taxes, retiree-friendly policies, and overall tax structure are considered together, few states offer a better overall package. For residents looking to maximize savings while maintaining a high quality of life, Delaware stands above the competition. That's why Delaware earns the number 1 spot on our list of the most tax-friendly states in America for 2026. Which of these states would you choose if taxes were your top priority? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear where you think Americans can keep the most money in their pockets. If you enjoyed this ranking, be sure to subscribe to America Top 10s for more state rankings, relocation guides, retirement comparisons, affordability reports, and data-driven top 10 lists from across the United States. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next countdown.